We're being asked to simplify this polynomial expression, and this time it's a little bit more complex than the other ones, right? There's actually going to be three parts to this one. We can think about it in terms of order of operations again. So if we're thinking bed mass, I'll do all capitals. All right, so bed mass. So we would want to multiply first, right? Well, technically we want to do inside the brackets first, right? But we can't really do anything there anyway because we can't combine the x and the 3. So moving on. Looks like we need to, well, you might think that we need to divide, right, first, but when we have everything up top here all over 3x, well, there really is brackets up there, right? These are actually called implied brackets because we don't actually write them down, but they are there. So we would actually want to do the top first, right? And that kind of makes sense because this entire top is all over 3x, right? So we'd want to get this whole top figured out and then finally divide it by 3x, right? So that'll actually be the last thing we do. So it's not like it's going against bed mass. It's just like I said, there are really like implied brackets there that we don't show, okay? Now the next one we're going to do is multiply, right? So we're going to want to multiply this part first. So this right here, okay? So here. So to do that, we now know how to do that. We are going to distribute that 2x into that binomial, right? And then when we're done that, we're going to collect like terms, right? Or add x squared. So adding would come next. All right, so let's make this happen. So 2x times x is 2x squared, right? X times x is x squared. And then 2x times negative 3 is going to be negative 6, and then don't forget the x, right? And then, yeah, so negative 6x or minus 6x, right? Same thing. And then we just have this plus x squared left over. So let's go plus x squared. Now I'm just going to write what's left here, just so we can kind of see what's going on. So now it's over 3x. Okay. Now, we could at this point, you could simplify everything, but it wouldn't actually work out that nice, right? Like if I try to divide 2 by 3, and it's going to give me a fraction, and yeah, it's going to get kind of messy. What I would really recommend doing is simplifying the top first, or adding that last polynomial, right? Okay, so if we do that, we're looking at our x squared terms, right? So 2x squared and x squared, which is really 1x squared, right? So we'll treat that like a 1. So either way, we've got 2x squared plus 1x squared. That's going to be 3x squared. And then we still have the negative 6 or minus 6x left over. And then that's all over 3x. All right, this is looking better. So now remember when we have this binomial over this monomial in the bottom, it really means that it's this term divided by 3x and this term divided by 3x, right? It's both of them. So let's just do one at a time. So if I do the first one, if I do this one first, we have 3x squared divided by 3x. Well, okay, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, so 1. And then x squared divided by x is just x. And I didn't really need that 1 out front, did I? So maybe I'll just erase that. So that's just x. And then moving on to the next one. So now this part of it, we have negative 6x divided by 3x. Okay, negative divided by a positive, that's going to be negative 2. And then x divided by x is 1, right? So it's just gone. So in the end, our answer is x minus 2.